Commercial plumber, plant room tour. My name's Alan Hart, and in today's video we've got Lee back, and Lee sent us, today's video is amazing. He sent us a video in a plant room, and he's tried to go through a few of the different components in the plant room, tell us what they all are. For me, these type of videos are absolutely fascinating because I know very little about commercial or the commercial plumbing sector, if you like. So I find them fascinating. I hope you do as well. Please, if you can, please put a thumbs up if you can, and also if you could put a comment below, and if you want any more of this type of video, then again please put a comment below. Let us know what type of videos you like. Obviously Lee's watching these videos as well, and he'll be looking at comments below. So if you put in, you know, something that you want to see more of, then maybe Lee will send me some more videos in. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video.
Afternoon, Alan. Thought I'd do another plant room for you. Just take you on a bit of a tour. I'll try to make it as quick as I can. So yeah, cool, happy days. Right, so we've got his main incoming. Obviously your governor, rotary meter, gas solenoid, obviously because everything's tied with fire alarm and BMS system and all that lot. So, and it springs off, and secondary meter to kitchen's not exciting. Okay. Cold water boost. Right, we use this, comes off as tanks. Use this for like toilets and toilet sinks and a couple of classroom sinks, stuff like that. Obviously it don't go to the kitchen. That just comes off your main incoming. Obviously it's not that big in this school. So right, pressure vessel. Right, let's move on. Right, you got your primary pumps. Yeah. Strainers, we've got strainers all over the place on this one. And you got your VT pumps, variable temp pumps, dosing pot, pressurisation unit. Yeah, we had trouble with this one as well. Wrong PCB. We ended up with ducks, whales and sharks in here. Right, something you might not come across. We don't have filling loops. We have RPZ valves. This is so it all comes back into the water system. These have to be serviced every year, and you have to be licensed to service them. Yeah, cool. Right, dirt descalers. Also gets rid of all air in the system as well. So basically like a D-strap. We have one up there as well. That one's a bit of a bitch to do, if I'm honest, but yeah, you see all, I don't know if you can see from here, but all marks where I hit it with my spanner to get all muck out of it when I'm servicing. So yeah, let's move on. Right, two main heating boilers, Hovel Ultra Gas. There's two here, don't mistake it for one, there are actually two. 720 kilowatts each. Yeah, because it's actually running a comprehensive school. I'm not going to open them up because there's all kinds of fiddly little screws, but basically take this front panel off here and a step comes down. That's so you can get up to the top, take that top panel off and some sliding bits, and you get to all pressure switches and burner and fan and gas solenoid and all that lot. And it's basically just a big dustbin lid with burner and everything sat on top of it. That's all it is. Pretty simple really. Locking bar Eco Nights. These are as water heaters. 146 kilowatts each. And yeah, the user guides on these are really good. Tells you what's what, so you just flick through it all. It tells you anything and everything you want to know. The only problem with these is they're not very good for hard water areas. So at the moment, with it being an hard water area, I'm having a few problems with these, and it's, oh God, it's just a nightmare. But hey, oh, where the world. I'll open one up now so you can have a quick look inside. Right, cool. So obviously your heat exchanger with your burner and whatnot, yeah, and then you've got your ignition, ionisation. It's similar to a normal everyday heat exchanger, except it's just a bit bigger. Then come up here, you've got your combustion air fan, your Venturi in here, obviously your PCB setup. It's all pretty simple. That's your PCB, and then obviously your wiring loop, gas valve, yeah, then obviously this is where you wire up into and whatnot. Pretty simple really. A lot of people seem to get a bit scared with commercial, but it's just like a normal everyday domestic, just on a bigger scale, and you can do a bit more with it. Right, easier your loop pumps, yeah. So right, let's move on. Right, storage tanks. Obviously we store a lot of water here, hot water, because we have changing rooms and obviously a few kitchens and whatnot. We'll just give you a quick look at our panels, and yeah, basically all stuff you can get into. Yeah, won't go too much into that. Right, cool. Right, you've got your VT pumps, variable temperature pumps. We use them on air handling and a few other odds and sods. Another strainer. Got your 3-port valve that controls your heating. I'll just step back a bit. So this is a Bms 24 volt. Yeah, I had to recently change this last year because it started leaking, but also the actuator at the top here, that had stopped working as well. So I thought, so I'd get it all swapped out. Yeah, so now this isn't like on a header system. It's on a balanced bypass system. Yeah, so that keeps your flow and return temperatures nice on boilers. Let's move down to that. Alright, so you got your pressure release valves. The only thing I don't like about these is the way they're being piped up. I don't like them going into cups, because if they start passing, yeah, alright, you're going to notice and whatnot, a bit of steam coming out at that, but I like them free flowing to the floor, so they're causing a nuisance, and then you know that you've got problems and it's over pressurised. Yeah, air admittance valves. Remember me saying, I always have a tendency now when I come to change these, I always put a local isolation on it, because especially on this system you got 4 bar of pressure on it. So this bit here is supposed to be self-sealing, but I have had them on dirty systems where I've just taken it off there and that hasn't sealed, so it's an absolute nightmare, and you've got scalding hot water behind there as well. So what I do is, when I come to change these now, I just isolate it locally, yeah, and then I just put a 1/4 turn lever on. Always use a stainless fitting, because mild steel rots, and when you're taking it out, if you do take it out at any given time, it's got every chance of it snapping in there, and you don't want that. Right, so but basically I do this because all you have to do, go like that, spin it off, throw it away, put new one back on, switch it on. How easy is that? Dead easy. It's the future. Use 1/4 turn ones though, don't use like tap isolation valves or under the sink where you've got to use a screwdriver, because they'll have a tendency of weeping there after you've been faffing about with it with a screwdriver. Always use a quarter turn. Right, dead easy, simple as. Right, let's move on. Right, this is the heart and brains of it. Oh, it's clicked off. When I come into a plant room, I always check on here on the BMS panel, right, because even though you've looked right around the plant room, you might not visibly see any faults, even though we've got warning lights down here. It's supposed to tell us if we've got a main system fault. Just ignore this, this is for air handling. We can get into that at a later date if you want. But yeah, main system fault, that tells you if you've got any problems with any boilers that are switched off or got into fault. I actually do have a faulty boiler in here at the minute, so I'm not overly concerned. So let's have a quick look. So you got your trend 4. I do like these. It's so simple to use, and if you've got them set up right, like I have, it tells you anything and everything you need. So we'll just have a quick flick through. Oh, I hope you see what I mean about a fault, right? Even though it's not showing there, we've got one here, right? And it's saying pumps. So we've got a CT pump that's failed, a shunt pump that's failed, and a VT pump that's failed. And I've a good idea what that is actually, because the way I've got this system running at the moment, they've actually got overloads, temperature overloads on these pumps. I'll show you that in a sec. So we'll have a quick look. In fact, I'll pause it until I get to it. Back in a sec. Right, so you see we have a pump alarm reset, yeah? So you can actually reset the pumps, right? And you just go like that and it'll click over. Yeah, you hear that? You hear it all bang over it in back of me. Yeah, so that's now switched everything over. So let's go back again. Right, I'll just pause it. Right, so if we now go back to pumps, I paused it because there's quite a lot to go through before you get to things and stuff. Yeah, so you see, click. Right, I'll reset. Right, I'll take you around to pumps now and I'll show you what's what. Right, I've just come round to the CT pumps because they're easiest to get to while I were around there. Right, sometimes these will trip, but you might think they're knackered, but they're not. Right, I mean I have a magnetic swirly thing and it works on magnetism. It tells you if they're running or not, but that's only telling you if it's magnetised or not. It don't actually tell you if it's going round or not. But if you come to it and it has tripped, right, if you look at side at control box here, right, a lot of people think they're knackered but they're not. There's a thermal overload switch there, right, and it might have tripped, so you just press it in, resets the pump, and away you go again. Cool. Okay, so this is the heart and brains of any plant room on commercial. Looks a bit daunting, doesn't it? But honestly, it's not. If you can read an electrical drawing, you can definitely get your head around this lot. It's not as bad as what you think. Okay, so this bit here, this is all your brains. We don't use ladder programming here on trends. It's like a wiring diagram that we work to when we plug in with us laptops. We just plug into the port here, take that out, plug into the port, and we get in with us laptops. So you can usually diagnose any problems straight away. This lot, this is all your switch gear for your plant room. Yeah, a lot of it works on 24 volt, but obviously all this lot is either 415 or 240. Yeah, but this side you've got all your controls for your coils and whatnot. Most of that's either 12 or 24 volt. Yeah, so I'm lucky on this plant room. I've actually got some up-to-date drawings, but majority of my plant rooms I don't have any drawings at all. But once you know your way around a panel, you usually identify stuff and work it out for yourself. Right, cool. Hope you like the tour, and I'll see if I can't get another one together for you. Alright, take care, Alan. Ta-da, bye.
Thank you very much for that, Lee. Once again, absolutely amazing, fascinating video. And if anybody else wants to send me some videos in, my WhatsApp details there. If you can send them in on landscape, if possible, this way. If you send them in on landscape, it just makes the editing better. But if you can send them in on landscape, that would be amazing. Really good video. What more can I say? Thanks for watching.